Hey there, and welcome. Let's talk about a huge problem a lot of organizations are facing right now. You're collecting mountains of data every single day, but are you actually using it to make smarter decisions? We're going to dive into a company called DataRaven that says they've got the answer.
So let's just cut right to it with this question. Your servers are probably full, your databases are getting bigger by the minute, but are all those terabytes actually doing anything for you? It's the classic modern dilemma, right? You're rich in data, but you're poor in insights.
And that's where a company like DataRaven comes into the picture. They position themselves as a guide, someone to lead you through that really complex, sometimes messy shift to becoming a truly data-driven company. They call it the digital evolution. Now, their whole mission boils down to this simple phrase: turning data into insights. And look, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds like just another corporate slogan. But they're all about making this a practical reality. So let's see what that actually looks like on the ground.
Okay, first things first, let's talk credibility. This number, it's a big deal. We're not talking about some brand new startup here. We're talking about over 25 years of international experience. That means they've been in the trenches, they've seen technologies come and go, and they have a serious track record of getting things done.
And their work isn't just for one type of business. They help a huge range of clients. You could be a factory trying to use AI to make your assembly line run smoother, or maybe you're a city council trying to deliver better services to your residents. The goal is always the same: help them use their own data to make better calls.
So we get what they do, but the million-dollar question is how, right? How do they actually do it? Well, this is where their step-by-step approach comes in. It's all about creating a clear, easy-to-follow roadmap that takes you from that messy, raw data you have all the way to those clear, confident decisions you need to make. All right, let's break down their four-step plan. Step 1 is process optimization. This is all about weaving AI right into the fabric of how you work every day. Step 2, they build custom technologies. This is so important. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's tailor-made for your specific needs. Then, Step 3 is phased implementation. They don't just flip a switch and disrupt everything. They guide your teams and introduce changes gradually, which is just so much smarter. And finally, seamless integration. They make sure their new tools talk to all the systems you already use, like your ERP or CRM, and they do it securely.
Now here's what's really cool. That four-step process, it's not a rigid formula. It gets customized for different industries to solve their very unique challenges. Let's take a look at who they're helping out.
So if you're in manufacturing, it's all about results you can see and measure. Imagine using data from sensors on your machines to predict when a part is going to fail before it actually breaks down. That's a game changer. That's what they mean by moving towards a smart industry, using data to stop problems before they start.
But for local governments, the challenges are totally different. Here, it might be about analyzing traffic patterns to make bus routes more efficient, or maybe using utility data to save precious resources. And all of this is done with a huge focus on keeping citizen data safe and following all the rules and regulations.
And what about a company's own tech teams? Well, for them, the goal is to give them AI tools that are actually easy to use. This means someone in, say, the marketing department could get powerful insights without having to bother an IT expert. And that frees up the IT team to work on the really big picture stuff. Everybody wins.
And last but not least, for the people in charge of driving change and innovation, the promise is crystal clear. It's about making decisions based on data with a return on investment that you can actually measure. You know, if you invest in a new AI tool and it saves the company $100,000, well, that's a hard number you could take straight to leadership. Okay, so at this point you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but lots of companies are doing this stuff. And that's a fair point. So what really makes DataRaven stand out from the crowd? Let's get into their unique advantages.
It all starts with their core philosophy, which they call solutions that connect to the field. And this is a really, really important distinction. It means they're focused on building AI that has a real-world impact. You know, like actually reducing waste on a factory floor, not just creating some complicated, abstract model that looks cool but doesn't actually do anything.
So how does that philosophy actually play out? Well, first, there's that field-level expertise, which comes from their 25-plus years of experience. Second, they provide accessible advanced tools. They're an official partner of a platform called Kime, which is awesome because it lets people who don't know how to code build really powerful data tools. Third is uncompromising security. Their solutions are built from the ground up with data protection in mind. And finally, a flexible architecture, which just means their systems are built to grow right alongside your company.
So as we start to pull all this together, the real takeaway isn't just about buying some new software. It's about taking a huge transformative step forward. It's about you taking the lead in your own organization's digital evolution.
And that really just leaves us with one last, big question to think about. It's not about if you need technology. It's about whether you and your organization are truly ready to evolve.